You guys know why you're here. The best offensive playbooks right now in Madden 25. Let's go ahead, run through it. Starting off, number 5, best playbook in the game. I personally am going to say the Kansas City Chiefs playbook. Now, why I like this playbook is because it is one of the playbooks that get this new gun spread nasty formation, which I personally do like. I think it is pretty good. You get a really good outside zone. You get this slot hitch and shock halfback wheel that has this kind of outside fading route from your slot receiver here. And right here, you're getting that stock running back wheel if you, for whatever reason, don't have hot route master or master tag. But I honestly like the way that that running back wheel already runs base. And they have this seam divide, which you get that tight end or that inside receiver actually on a wheel, and you don't have to hot route it since you can't really ever get it the right distance. It's almost like its own little verticals play in its playbook. I like it personally, but you also get bunch strong nasty, which is pretty good. You know, you get a 4 wide receiver set. You get the 3 wide receivers, well, the 2 tight end, or 2 receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back all on the same side of the field, which is really nice. You get that toss play, you get pin pull toss and a motion toss, you get a RPO bubble, and you get wide trail and double post out of this, which I find pretty good. The one complaint I have about this playbook specifically is that you're not really going to be getting any great auto motion plays, but you still get a normal Y off close, which a lot of people will like to run this out of their doubles formation with a pivot seam. So you already get an in breaking zig route, as I like to call it, right here in the playbook, which is really nice. I like that. And you know, you get another nasty formation in doubles Y off nasty, but one of the better formations ish anyways, it used to be a lot better than it is now, is this Y off trips nasty that you can run, which if you have played any kind of online Madden since what I think maybe the Zero Chill or the Thanksgiving bowl or whatever they called it for the MCS, a lot of people were running this RPO read Y flat. First person I ever saw run it was David T in that tournament, and he absolutely shredded people with it. But you guys know it. It's that stupid fake handoff where it glitches out your outside defender and you can go ahead and just throw it to the tight end, spam it. A lot of people now kind of know how to stop it a little bit better, but it's still a very good formation in the game. Alrighty guys, coming in at number 4, I have the New England Patriots offensive playbook, and it's honestly for one very simple reason I have it in here. There's multiple reasons why it's good, but the main reason is because of Y off trips Pats, or if you guys don't know, it is U trips. Now, this is the only playbook in the game that gets U trips. U trips used to be one of the most popular formations in the game. Now it's not necessarily as much, but it's kind of making a little bit of a resurgence, especially with guys like Hicks and Decroft still running it to a very high level. This is one of the most annoying formations to play against. You've got 3 wide receivers to the outside, well, 2 receivers and a tight end to the same side, and then you've got a running back and an inside receiver. He's actually in a slot position right there on this outside right here. That it's very hard to guard out of multiple different defenses. You can get stops, but if you're playing somebody that's running it at a very high level, it is going to be darn near impossible to stop. You've got a ton of different plays out of here. You've got stock whip route plays where you can actually, this is a tight end whip, but you can actually stem up that tight end whip and make him run it even further, which is kind of glitchy there. And like I said, they've got some really good stock routes for the running back, stock wheels at a whole bunch of different lengths. Like right here, this running back wheel on Y option wheel looks a lot different than the one on wheel mesh, but they run really smooth. And if you only are running out there with, you don't necessarily need the craziest hot route. So if for whatever reason you had to choose between hot route master or gunslinger, I understand that we're not necessarily at that point in time in the game anymore, but it was very good then, and I still think it's very good now. But you also still get a double Z close, so you get a doubles formation with auto motion in it. You get trips tight end, which is very good. Patriots trip tight end has been very consistent. You get that China Y post that I think is the only other playbook that is in the Packers playbook. You get verticals as usual, Y screen, and then of course you get a RPO bubble and quick base, which I think if you can switch between trips tight end and U trips, you're going to be pretty well offset, but I hate playing against it. That's why I've got it in here at number 4. Alrighty guys, coming in at number 3, I have the New Orleans Saints playbook. Now, this playbook was pretty slept on earlier in the year, but then a lot of people, especially right now, are running this. I don't know. I got to be honest, forgive me if I am wrong, but I think this is a newer formation that was added into the game. But doubles, gun doubles, flex, Y off close. You are seeing this a ton, especially in the current Madden Bowl that is $1 million prize pool tournament that people are running this playbook specifically because of how good it is. But you get amazing base route combos and auto motions in here. So like you can see right here, you get this escape route with this amazing running back, you know, kind of zigging out, and then in breaking route that's almost like an inside zig, I would call it. Then you got Y dagger in, and you're getting a outside seam or an outside fade from your interior receiver there, and you're getting a tight end, a wide receiver, and a running back on the same side. But with their alignment being so close, you can run a ton of different route combos out of here. You could run this as a slant, streak, flat. You could run any kind of combination like that, and you are going to get a very, very favorable matchup. You got your base Y sail, your Y stick, but the main selling point to me anyways is going to be the auto motion in here combined with your base routes that you're already getting. Here you get a running back dig, which is kind of wild to see. Running back, yeah, dig, zig, inside zig, whatever you want to call it, and a running back fade route, which can absolutely shred man coverage, especially with people here coming up soon probably going to be running some deep route KOs and things like that once we get deeper into the game and we start getting those for less AP or AP discount. So I would definitely keep my eye on this Saints playbook, but this formation or this playbook also has Y off trips nasty. It does have that read Y flat like the Kansas City Chiefs playbook did, and it also is going to be coming with gun bunch X nasty, and you're getting similar plays anyways to the Chiefs playbook. You don't necessarily get all of the same plays, but you get a running back. Your auto motions are coming from your running back. You're getting double outs, you basically bench pivot, an empty spot wheel, and an RPO play, which I personally do enjoy running. And also, if you want to get downright just absolutely nasty, you got gun heavy Saint for the goal line. You can have QB blast, QB power, and mesh sit, which is absolutely diabolical. If you run this, you're an absolutely terrible person, but it's put at number 3 on my list. Alright guys, coming in at number 2 on my list is going to be the run and gun playbook. This obviously is an alternate playbook, but it's got some really good formations in here. Single back, bunch nasty, which is cool. Honestly, all the formations I think I've talked about today have been out of shotgun though, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. They've got bunch X nasty, so you've got your bench pivot basically here in double outs. You've got dig return. You've got your goal line plays, which I love these plays specifically at the 6-yard line and the 5-yard line. This wide receiver post, if you highball this, is open 99% of the time, and your players will usually get a good toe drag animation. Mesh spot, you get other auto motion plays, which like I've said before, really good if you are going to be running up against man coverage, which a lot of you guys probably will be seeing very soon with these new Super Bowl cards that got leaked. But they've got tight flex as well if you guys are into those tighter formations, which this has been a really good formation in years past. I did not see how this has changed at all, especially now that people are getting master attack and things like that. Once we start getting wide receiver abilities, formations like that are going to be very difficult to stop. They've got tight open, which is probably one of the better formations in the game this year. It was very heavily ran earlier this year, especially with the stem glitch, but now that that's gone, people have kind of resorted away from it. I still like it because this inside zone here absolutely shreds for whatever reason, but if it doesn't now, it's not my fault. I didn't tell you guys to run it. And you get this bench return right here, which you're getting a nice little dig, inside zig, whatever you guys want to call it, route on the inside there. And they're going to be getting a trips tight end formation as well, which is really good. You've got your verticals, you've got speed option out of this trips tight end, which is pretty good, and you've got your slot quick flat, things like that, tight end corner. And I'm trying to think if there's any other things I didn't touch on. Yes, this doubles flex Y off close. We just looked at this a little bit with the last playbook with the Saints. This running gut playbook gets it as well. really good formation, especially like I said, right now most if not all of the pros are running this right now, specifically some of the ones that are actually still left in the field. And if it's to your liking, you also will get pistol bunch tight end out of here, which definitely has been a really good formation in the game this year. Alrighty guys, and lastly, and in my opinion, the best offense in Madden 25 right now has got to be the Philadelphia Eagles playbook. Now this started off honestly strong this year, and I think it's still just consistently one of the better playbooks in the game. There's nothing that really is drawing me away from it. Maybe if they had that one doubles formation that we were just talking about in the run and gun playbook and the Saints playbook, then it would just be OP, but I still think it is the best formation in the game. You get your own little doubles off close formation here, which this is not anything crazy, but you still get this inside zig route and a fade on that one. You get bunch X nasty with all of the good plays from bunch in the game. You get those goal line plays that we were just talking about earlier. You get that China cross, that mesh spot. And honestly, this is one of the more easy playbooks to run in the game because you get this trips tight end flex formation that has one of the best plays in the game and has been all year in motion Y post. You can make so many different route combos out of this and literally not be stopped. There's been times where I've gone on 10, 15, maybe even 20 game win streaks literally only running this play. It is so good, especially if you're playing people that necessarily aren't your same caliber or just don't really know how to adjust well on defense. This play right here could be the one play that you run all game and do not get stopped. I mean, there's so many different route combos out of this play right here specifically, and as you can see, it was in a few different formations or in a few different playbooks, but all of those playbooks do not have all of the same kind of plays that this one has, because this also gets normal Y off close, so you get this cheap flat post, which is this playbook's, I guess, variation of the RPO read Y flat. You're getting an auto motion flat route essentially there out of your guy, and then this motion angle wheel route, especially now we're seeing some of these Super Bowl cards are apparently going to be getting starting on X Factor Escape Artist. This formation here and the one that was in the Saints and the running gun playbook is going to be absolutely ridiculous to try to stop. You get your Y sail. Honestly, a lot of people have kind of switched more towards this normal Y off close look or those doubles off looks just because they like the spacing on it. Me, I'm still kind of just a bunch guy. I'm just still used to it. But you also will get a trips tight end formation with these orbit auto motions, or just, I mean, I guess you would just call them deep fade or deep wheel auto motions here. Cheat clear out seam and cheat flood divide. You can just hit up any different kind of route combos there. But then here's an orbit wheel actually from the running back. He's going out on a wheel route, and your inside receiver is actually going to go out on an orbit, and sometimes you can get them left completely wide open 4-6, absolutely, and you actually get this in its own little RPO variation here. So those are my top 5 offensive playbooks right now in Madden 25. Let me know what you guys think down below in the description. Click up here if you guys want to see how you can actually go ahead and get any playbook right now in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. But that's been all from Dynamic. I'm out. Hope you all have a blessed day.